All right, well, good morning, my friends. It's 9 o'clock. So let's go ahead and get started with our yin practice for today. So today I thought we would focus on hips, hip openers. And so we're going to start. Well, first of all, let's just collect ourselves here. Sitting up nice and tall in a comfortable way, whether that's cross-legged or hero pose, some way that feels good for you. And closing the eyes, just start to ground yourself here in the present moment. Bringing your awareness from the external world, closing the eyelids and coming into the internal landscape. Just notice what you're sensing, what you're feeling today. Are you calm? Maybe you've already had some activity this morning. Maybe you're feeling a little agitated or anxious. Whatever it is, we bring it to the mat. And through our yoga practice, it magically transforms. Start to focus on your breath. And perhaps bringing hands to heart center, setting an intention for today. Sending that energy outward to someone who might need some special attention today. And blinking the eyes open. Good morning, Jen. Let's take a wide-legged forward fold. So I've got my hips elevated and just going to open to a comfortable distance. So the hips can be slightly elevated, just sitting on the edge of the blanket. And you might have a block or two to rest your forehead on as you come forward. Not necessary, but can sometimes make it a little more comfortable. And we're just going to start to fall forward until we reach a comfortable distance. So for me right now, that's not terribly far. It's early. And you can just let your head and neck relax, let the chin fall toward the chest. And we're just going to stay here for about 4 minutes. Just let the feet relax. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. You can have your hands in front of you. You can rest them on your legs. Let your belly be soft. And we'll just let gravity work its magic on us. So already I'm able to move my block down a little bit. You might feel yourself opening. Feel the hips giving way a little bit to the weight of the torso and the gravity. With each exhale, imagine, not forcing, but just imagine you're folding a little deeper. Allowing the body to create more space. And letting the breath carry us. And notice where your mind is. See if you can concentrate on your breath. Such a good thing to take this time for ourselves. Nourishing our bodies, calming our minds. And if we can let go of trying to manage, I guess, the way our bodies perform, and just notice and allow, perhaps that mindset of allowing can transfer over to the rest of our lives, where we can trust that universe has us. Universe has our backs, and we can just allow things to unfold in a beautiful and natural way. Directing what we can, but letting the rest unfold. So just a few more breaths. And we'll gently, slowly make our way back up. Coming out of this shape, slowly and mindfully. You can use your hands to scoop your knees back up, and we're going to come onto our sides, but we're going to use some props here. So if you have a blanket and a pillow, you might stack those up. And then if you have a block for your head, you could, so Jen, if you take that pillow and roll, there you go. Oh yeah, perfect. So we're going to scoot ourselves over so that the props are right at our waist, and the block is going to be for our head. So we're just going to come into a supported side bend here, where we drape our torso over the pillows, knees together for stability, and I've got my head resting on the block. I'm going to put it down one length. Now your upper arm, whichever side you're on, your upper arm can slide behind your low back. And we'll just take this shape for 4 minutes on this side. You can put your bottom arm in whatever way feels comfortable. And again here, just notice, let the weight of the body completely fall toward the floor, toward the earth. Eyes closed. So in this shape, we're very gently opening the space between the ribs on the upper side of the body. And with the arm behind the back, we're opening the shoulder a little. But as in all yin poses, this one's very supported. Not a lot to do here, so you can really just focus on letting go. Taking the mind to the breath. You might notice on the inhale that expansion of the rib cage creates more separation. And then the exhale, we contract in. Take full belly inhales, really inflate the front of the body. I have about another minute and a half here, so you make any adjustments that might feel good. If you want to deepen the side stretch, you might release your arm from behind your back and sweep it over your head just to let it drape there. Just another 20 seconds. And you can start to bring your arm back down by your side. And let's make our way back up to seated very slowly. So pressing down with your hands and forearm. Gently bringing the torso back up. Just to reset, we'll bring the legs out long in front. And just gently rock the hips side to side, maybe windshield wiper the feet. And maybe just take a little gentle forward fold. And coming back up, we'll set up for the other side. So you can move your props. And scoot down the mat a little. And again, setting the props up right at your waist, knees bent. Starting with the block on the tall way or the medium way. And coming down with the forearm resting so you can get your props positioned. And then dropping the head down. Sliding the arm behind you. And we'll take our 4 minutes on this side. So start right away, bringing the breath right down to the belly. Closing the eyes. Full weight of the body falling toward the earth. Supported and grounded. Notice if your mind has started wandering, just bring it back. Sometimes helps to count the breath. So we're about halfway through. So I'm going to move my block out of the way, and I'm going to rest my forehead on my bicep. Just my neck feels a little more open now, so this feels a little more comfortable. You might try that. Just about a minute left, and here again you might try taking that upper arm overhead. You can actually, if your other arm is extended, you can just bring the palms together overhead, get a nice opening from the fingertips all the way to the hips. And just a couple more breaths. And so, ever so slowly, mindfully, pressing back up. And we're just going to roll over onto our bellies, and we'll come into crocodile to reset here for a couple breaths, and then we'll press up to Sphinx. So I'm going to take my blanket and put it up here at the top of the mat. Get the other props out of the way. And just rolling onto the belly. Make a little pillow with your hands and rest your forehead there. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Tops of the feet to the mat. And just gently rock the hips side to side. Just resetting here in a neutral position for a few breaths. So depending on how your low back feels today, you can stay right where you are. If you feel like you want to go deeper, we'll come up into Sphinx and get the forearms parallel and shoulders right over the elbows. And we'll start 4 minutes here. So legs can be long. If having the elbows directly under the shoulders feels like too much, just slide the elbows forward a little bit. So here we have a tendency to let the shoulders roll forward. Try to think about keeping the shoulder heads moving back, sliding the shoulder blades down the back. It does take a little effort here. So the gaze can be slightly in front of you or at the horizon. You want to just try to keep the neck in a neutral shape. You can let the chin fall toward the chest, but I find that can get a little tiring on the neck, so just find a way to comfortably position the head, and then notice if you're gripping your glutes. Maybe rock them side to side. And close the eyes. And think about nourishing that low back. You're compressing the spine a little bit, and you can think about the juiciness of the synovial fluid that's being secreted to help lubricate that area. And perhaps remembering your intention for today. Sending that loving kindness where it's needed. We have about another minute. And if you want to deepen, you can bring your arms to a V and press up to seal just for a few breaths. And if that doesn't feel good, bring yourself back down. And let's come back down, bringing the backs of the hands together, or the one hand down and the palm on the top of the back of the other hand to make your pillow. And we'll just rest here. And as you're ready, we'll make our way into child's pose. So take a wide-legged child's pose. You can set yourself up with your blanket so it's under your knees, if that feels comfortable. And let's have a block for the forehead. I'm going to take one of my squishy blocks. So taking the knees as wide as feels comfortable and bringing the big toes together behind you. We'll take that opposite position with the back. Coming into forward fold with forehead supported. If you bring your forehead all the way down to the mat, make sure that your head is positioned so that it's the hairline that's actually on the mat. You'll notice if your forehead's flat on the mat, it puts the neck into that deeper curve, where if you place the hairline on the mat, it keeps the natural curve. And the same thing with the block. So 4 minutes here. Find a way for your arms to be comfortable. I take my thumbs and pointer fingers together, creating a diamond shape with my arms, and that allows the shoulders to relax. But your arms can be by your side. You can drape them. Put the tops of the forearms down onto the mat behind you, or take your hands to your low back. But whatever your arms are doing, just make sure your belly is resting comfortably between your thighs and that you're able to fully inhale and exhale, sinking the hips back a little further with each exhale. And opening the space between the vertebrae. Notice your jaw. See if you can maybe move it side to side, get out any tension. Maybe open and close. And being aware of breathing in and out through the nose. 20 seconds left here. And then we'll press ourselves slowly back up. Come into tabletop. You can keep your knees on the blanket. And we'll just reset with some cat-cows. So inhaling, curving the tailbone up and the chest forward. And then tucking the tailbone, rounding the shoulders, rounding the back up like a cat. Inhaling, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, lift the gaze. And exhale, press away. Rounding in, tucking tailbone, pull the belly up and in. And a couple more at your own pace. You might even sort of rock back and forth, following the breath like a wave. Good. And we're going to make our way onto our backs. So we won't need any props for right now. If you have a strap, that would be handy. Alright, so making our way down, forearms on the mat, feet flat on the floor, and then bringing the upper body down. If you want, you can use your blanket or pillow just to support your head a little bit. And we're going to work on opening the hips. So if you have that strap or belt handy, that might be useful. If you don't, no worries. You can do it without. So, first of all, just press down into the feet, lift the hips, and roll the tailbone under, and just get the low back flat on the mat. Notice your shoulders, notice your neck position. Make sure everything's comfortable. And then I'm going to start on the right side. So I'm going to bring my right leg up. And since I have the strap, I'm going to place it under the ball of my foot. Now, if you don't have a strap, you're just going to do this guided using your hand for support. So we're going to open up the leg to the right. So I've got my right leg started, so I'm opening up. So if you have the strap, you can hold your leg open. If you don't, you can just use your hand to support. There you go. So use your right hand underneath your right leg to just prop it up, because you don't want to be efforting here. And we're going to hold this for 3 minutes. Starting now. So your other leg can be, it will naturally fall open a little bit to work as a counterbalance. So again, either using a strap or your hand to keep that open leg supported. The goal here is letting the right hip naturally open. can, take your left hand to your left hip and just gently press the hip bone down to make sure the hips stay level. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. And expand the breath, deepening the inhale and the exhale. About another minute. And using your hand or the strap, bringing that leg back up. And now we're going to take figure 4 here. So bring your left knee back up, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and we'll gently let that right knee fall forward, using the right hand to encourage it ever so gently. Really not pressing as much as just supporting it to open. Let your right foot be relaxed. So you can try moving the hand down the inside of the thigh to find, might feel better rather than pressing at the top of the knee, to press closer toward the hip crease. Keeping the left hand on the left hip, you can kind of imagine you're diagonally opening the hips from the left hip bone to the right hip crease. Checking in with your jaw. So it might feel good to just gently rock the hips, just very slightly side to side. Creates a little energy there. And notice, just take a body scan and notice if you're gripping anywhere that you don't need to be. The jaw, the shoulders, the glutes. And just send the breath there. See if you can release on an exhale. Another minute. So our final shape on this side is we're going to roll over toward the extended foot. So the foot that's up in the air, we're going to roll over toward that side and bring that foot down either all the way to the floor, or if it doesn't want to go all that way, you can place it on a block. So I apologize, I've got my back to you now. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. There you go, looks good, Jen. So arms can be, you can bring the palms together in front of you. You can drape your right arm overhead. Or you can place that, keep that hand on the inside of the thigh and again, still encourage that opening in the right hip. So you can make any adjustments with the bottom leg that might feel good to allow for more opening. Adjust the head and neck in a way that's comfortable. About another minute. then let's come back, rolling over onto the back. Center yourself on the mat, uncross, and gently bring both feet out to the edges of the mat, and then let the knees fall toward one another. You might press down, again lift the hips slightly and place the low back flat on the mat. Adjust your head so that your back of your neck is long. Just resetting here in neutral. You might feel quite a difference right now between the right and the left side. I know I do. All right, let's bring the feet back to hip width apart, heels in front of the hips. And we'll bring that left leg up. And then let it fall out to the side, supporting it with your hand or with a strap. And in 3 minutes here, right hand resting on your right hip, that right knee can fall open a little bit. Just feeling the weight of the leg and gravity opening up the space. About another 20 seconds. Keeping the breath deep. and slow. And then using your hand to bring the leg back up, taking it to figure 4, ankle over thigh. And just gently adjust your hips on the mat so they feel comfortable. And then take your left hand to somewhere along the inside of your left thigh, either at the knee, midway, or down at the crease, at the hip crease. Right hand can rest on your right hip, or you can bring your arm out to the side if that feels comfortable. And 3 minutes in this shape. Again, take your internal scan. Check in with the rest of the body. Sending the breath to any tight spots. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Separate the teeth. Think about the eyes in the eye socket and let the eyes be heavy. Turn the corners of the mouth into a little smile. And just a few more breaths on this side, and then we'll bring the foot down for our last pose before Shavasana. So you might already start to think about settling. Alright, rolling over. Last shape here. Foot coming to the floor or a block. You can keep your arms out to a T if that feels good. Let the knee naturally fall toward the front floor or toward the top of the mat. Keep your hand on your hip. Just find a way that suits your supportiveness in this shape. So I find it most comfortable to keep the head in neutral here, head facing the ceiling. So occasionally what I find in yin practice is that when we're in a shape, a supported shape, that I sometimes feel that you have like a major shift of something opening or letting go. Generally, the action of yin is very slow and gradual, but every once in a while you get that noticeable release. So you might already notice your body giving way to that shavasana sense of relaxation. Slowing down the breath. Feeling the body supported beneath you. And let's make our way back onto our back. So bringing the knees up, uncross, and just with the feet wide to the mat, just gently drop the knees side to side. We'll just windshield wiper here. And then once you feel ready, extend the legs long. Let the feet fall open, arms comfortably by your side. May want to cover up with a blanket. Maybe cover the eyes with a pillow or something nearby for total relaxation. Pay attention to what your belly tells you. It can be a source of intuition. Our bellies are sensitive, reacting not only to what we eat, but also to our emotional state. When we are nervous or anxious, our bellies often feel upset or knotted up. When we're excited about something, we may experience that fluttery feeling. If we pay attention to these sensations, they can reveal how we feel about something before we have even consciously thought about it. Listen to what your belly is telling you for greater awareness of your emotional state and deeper insight into your thoughts and feelings. And so, my friends, I'm just going to leave you in your Shavasana for as long as you like. And I'll just close thanking you for being with me today as you go throughout your day today. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you live with ease. Namaste. All right, my friend.